miles easy today with some strides. Just got done 8 easy miles. I'm going to skip strides because I feel like when I start and stop, that's when my shin starts to bother me. So I'm trying not to have it bother me. So I'm skipping those today. I think it's for the best. And then tonight I do have a massage. So every Monday I have a massage scheduled. So that is on the agenda tonight. I'm gonna ice my shin, do my exercises, and get some rest. So I'm at Home Depot because I'm looking for a trash can that's high enough to cover my whole shin so that I can do like an isolated ice bath on it. And I honestly have no clue where to look, so I'm just wandering and seeing what I find. Now this looks too extra. Like cool, but I don't need to spend $54. So I'm in the trash can aisle, which is what I was thinking would work, but I don't see a small enough trash can right now. So this could work. And then the water would be, I would need it like up to here. So that's a good option. So I feel like this one is a little taller and would be better. So I'm gonna go with this one, I think. And it comes with a lid, so maybe it will keep the ice cold for multiple uses. Totally random, but I saw a sign on the door for the vitamin shop that they had the Element, like I guess they're seltzers. I don't know, but I know they close by the time I get done the massage, so I stopped in real quick. I got the citrus salt flavor. It's sparkling electrolyte water, and I'm really excited to try it. So I just heated my shin with the electric heating pad. I'm in a full-on rotting fit, but I wanted to show you a little bit about what is actually going on with my shin and some of the exercises I'm doing, and then I'm going to ice bath. So like I said, I just did the electrical heat pad to get the area a little warmed up, and now I'll show you guys. And I am a physical therapist, so I know how to treat this. I'm working on it. It just takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, and I have to be patient and just stay diligent about doing my exercises. So this is what I self-diagnosed myself with, okay? It's called medial tibial stress syndrome, MTSS. You could call it shin splints. That's the more logical term that people use, but shin splints can be on the outside or more so on the inside. Fun fact, sometimes when people think of shin splints, they think of like the shin bone itself, and that can happen, but that is not where mine is. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is the inside of my lower leg, and so basically there are different muscles that are back here, okay? So a little anatomy lesson. So you have your gastroc, which is your calf muscle, and that is the big belly that we typically think of when we think of the calf. So it has two heads, medial and lateral, and that's the big chunk. It comes down and forms your Achilles. All right, and then underneath that is the soleus, which I feel like as runners is a common muscle that people know now, and that's underneath. That is one of the muscles that is irritated during MTSS because it attaches or originates on the medial side of the tibia, which is your shin bone. So it runs along here, and then it comes in the back as well, obviously, to create the calf complex. So it does run alongside the medial side of the bone. And then there is another muscle that people wouldn't really think of that is involved, which I highly believe is involved in mine, is the flexor hallucis longus, which is a very long muscle that does start up here as well, runs along the medial side of the tibia, and comes down to help with toe flexion. So that is involved, the soleus is involved. I don't really think my posterior tibialis is involved anymore after kind of how my massage therapist was, you know, working on my calf last night. But she did say that there were a lot of small knots, and it is very tender today from her working on it along this kind of muscle belly, not really a belly, but muscle group here. So it's pretty sore. I'm not bruised, which I thought I was going to be. So now I'm gonna do some of my exercises that I've been doing because it's still targeting the area. And yeah, so that's what I have, and that's what I am working on treating. All right, so for my first exercise, I'm using a TheraBand, and I have like a loop tied off here. This is gonna go around my foot. So by putting my foot in plantar flexion, I'm feeling it more because these muscles also are active when you're propelling forward or in plantar flexion. All right, so I take the loop, and for this one, you cross your leg, and then you put this around your foot. So we're gonna work on inversion, which is just bringing the toes in, okay? It's working on the muscles and tendons that are down around the ankle to do inversion, and we're gonna do it resisted. So with this, you want to create an anchor with your other foot. That way it's some resistance there, and then you're just gonna invert your foot. It's as easy as that. So I do 3 sets of 10 with this purple band and try to really control the down, don't let it drop. So controlled. And I'm trying to get in a better habit of, you know, you can do plantar flexion and inversion here, which I actually really do feel that a little more. You can also do dorsiflexion. So plantar flexion is pointing the foot. Dorsiflexion is flexing, so pulling it up and putting stretch on the calf. So actually I do kind of feel it more from this angle and plantar flexion. So that's what I'm gonna kind of do right now. Neutral would be just your foot in a neutral position. Next, we're gonna do eversion with the band. So that's the opposite direction. So you're gonna put your band around your foot, create an anchor with your right leg, and then you pull your ankle out to the side. Now this works the outside, but I've had issues with that in the past. So when I'm doing this prehab, I'm kind of just targeting every little foot injury that I've had. So I'm just working on the peroneals right now to prevent any flare-ups and that, because I already have one flare-up, I don't need another flare-up. All right, next I'm using a dumbbell because I'm gonna work on the soleus. So I'm sitting with my feet in my knees in a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to put the weight on top, and then gonna do like a calf raise in this seated position. When you bend the knee, you take out the calf, and you're really just working soleus more so than the gastroc. I didn't mean take out the calf, but you're using more of your soleus. And I also do both legs for most of these exercises to just keep myself even. Now I've already shown like the toe walking series and the standing dorsiflexion, eccentric calf raises, all that stuff I'm gonna do to really work on the whole prehab and target everything I need to do. But those are the exercises that I haven't shown you yet, so I wanted to take the time and show you what I was doing to take care of this little niggle I have. Here's my trash can. It's kind of cold, but not really. This is just a block of ice. All right, let's do this. It's actually not as bad. I feel like as you exhale, when you put your leg in there, then it kind of takes away the pain a little bit. So we're gonna kind of stay on here for, I don't know, for like 5 to 8 to 10 minutes and see, just get this leg nice and numb. I forgot what time I started this. It's going great though. Foot is numb, ankle and shin are numb. So I picked this bucket, like I said, because it comes right up here. Right up here. I can tell that I'm red. And there's a leaf in here. That's great. Alrighty, so I have a workout on deck. It's like, I want to say kind of like a fartlek. So 20-minute warm up and then 2 sets of 6 minutes, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 with a 1 minute rest or easy jog in between. And then the paces get progressively faster. So it'll be 6 minutes and 5 minutes at marathon pace, and then 4 minutes at half marathon pace, 3 minutes at 10K pace, 2 minutes at 5K pace, and then 1 minute at 3K pace. So, and then I have a 20-minute cool down. So it'll take like an hour and a half. All right, now I can see. Like an hour and a half to do the workout. And it is still raining, which I thought it was not going to be raining today until like a short burst at 3. So here we are. I do have a dinner tonight, a birthday dinner tonight for my friend. And unfortunately, I didn't think that I was gonna get wet and soaked on during this run. So I had no intention of washing my hair, just kind of let it dry and then get dressed, like do a body shower, get dressed in a cute outfit, and then call it that. But it looks like I'm about to be soaked. So, and I don't have a hat, which sucks even more because now my hair is gonna have like a huge knot in it. So I'm trying to think if I have a hat in the back. I might, but I also don't think I do at the same time. So anyways, just gonna do what I can here. And it's unfortunate that it's raining, but you can't pick what your race day weather is, and it could rain. It could rain. So we're gonna practice and do what we can, and hopefully my contacts don't get messed up. That's like the only thing with the rain and wearing contacts, is that if a drop of water gets in your eye, it could ruin everything. So let's hope, fingers crossed, that it doesn't. I think I might have a hat in the back. If I don't, that's okay. But for some reason, I feel like I have my navy blue Nike hat back there. But I might also be making that up. So anyways, I'm done rambling. Let's do this. Nothing worse than doing a run in the rain when you didn't expect it to be raining. But here we are. No hat, which means I have to quickly kind of, I think I'm gonna do French braids. That way the hair is like maybe organized and won't get as knotty because it'll be braided. I don't know if this is a good or a bad idea, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It doesn't have to be perfect, but at least this way I can maybe not have super knotty hair. All right, on a 20-minute warm up. It's really just spinning right now, which is good. So hopefully it will stay like this and it won't start to like downpour or anything. All right, stopping to do drill strides, dynamic stretching, get loosened up for the workout portion of it. This run. I'll be honest, I do kind of feel on edge right now because I have this dinner reservation at 7, which it's okay if I'm late, but I do have some nervous energy regarding this workout. It's my first workout since that 22 miler, so there's just that voice in the back of my head that is not making me feel too confident right now, but we're gonna just try to push it to the side and execute. First rep was at 6:59 pace. 5 minutes at 6:58. 6:42. 3 minutes at 6:31. First set done. Pretty successful, I'd say. I'll recap it at another time. I'm just gonna do this 20-minute cooldown now. So it's in the future. I wanted to review Wednesday's workout because I did get a little tired of recording during the workout and I just couldn't keep up with, you know, whipping out the camera. I only had a minute break in between each rep, so I figured I would just do what I could, and then when I was no longer able to, I just thought we could come through and do a formal review. So again, this workout was 2 rounds of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 minute at a specific pace with a 1 minute rest in between. And as the reps went on, I actually started to walk the 1 minute break just to really fully recover and allow me to do my best on each working rep. So the first rep was 6 minutes, and this was to be ran at marathon pace. And I'm having trouble with the Coros, really figuring out which spot I'm supposed to look at to be the current pace. So I think I may have figured it out, but it still was not accurate. So I didn't really know if I was running the true pace. But for 6 minutes, I ran marathon pace and it was 6:59, so a little faster, but it felt like a good effort. And then I had a 1 minute break. Then for the first 5 minute rep, it was still at marathon pace and I was able to stay pretty consistent and run a 6:58 pace. And then the next was 4 minutes and you drop down to half marathon pace. So I was able to run 6 minutes and 42 seconds. So this was a little faster than my goal marathon pace, which would be like 6:45, 6:46. So a little quick, which I think I was starting to feel it. The next one was 3 minutes and this was at 10K pace and I wasn't able to get down to 10K pace. So this was at 6 minutes and, 6 minutes and 31 seconds for 3 minutes. And then the 2 minute rep was supposed to be at 5K pace. Again, wasn't able to get down, ran it at a 6:28. And then the last minute was pretty much all out 3K pace. Wasn't able to technically hit that time either, but I did progress down and run a 6:06. So the last two I didn't record. They weren't hitting the paces on the head, but it did feel like a progression and they were still getting faster each one. So then you get a minute break in between that first set and then you go into the second set. So for that, again, 6 minutes. This was really hard to actually jump back into marathon pace after going down the ladder. So I found it hard and I ran it at 7 minutes and 6 seconds. So a little slower than marathon pace, but like I said, it was just hard to get the legs back into gear. And then for 5 minutes, I was able to drop a little bit and run back at a 6:59 pace. For the next 4 minutes, I was right on at 6:46 pace. And then for 3 minutes, I ran 6:35 pace, 2 minutes at 6:30 pace, and then the last minute I was able to rip it at a 5:45 pace. So again, it wasn't perfectly matched to the paces that I wanted to run, but overall I was able to progress down, which is pretty much what my coach had ordered. And yeah, I think I did a good job and it kind of helped boost my confidence a little bit from the previous Saturday's long run. So that was a good workout. And then I had to rush to go to dinner. So that's that little recap for that workout.
Use sweat towels for some fun core work today.
It is Thursday morning, early morning, and I am going to my friend's house. I am going to get this run over with because yesterday I just was having a day and I didn't run. So luckily I'm able to push Thursday to Friday and do my easy run today. And I couldn't do it after work because I have a busy day celebrating my friend's birthday. So we're running early at like 6 a.m. So I'm en route to my friend's house now. Couldn't even tell you the last time that I woke up early to run, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And it also wasn't that bad. I feel like I woke up at like 4 and was ready to wake up, so I just lay there in a light sleep for like 20 more minutes, but we're gonna get started. Are you doing sports bra? Happy Saturday! I'm gonna do one now. These are getting the mixed berry one in the beginning. I just can't do during the run anymore.
They're so sweet. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. Do you need water in it? No. It's really cold right now. This is how it's gonna feel in the morning.
So I'll do.
Now we're going to recap Saturday's long run, which was pretty much equivalent to last Saturday's long run in terms of how it went. So it was actually a similar workout. So this one was 14 miles total, and the middle 8 were to be ran at half marathon pace. So going into this, I already felt really nervous because I wasn't able to execute the previous Saturday's workout, and this was at a faster clip, even though it was less miles, but still the same kind of workout. So I was a little nervous, and similar to last week on the warm-up, I just felt like my legs didn't have it. I was warming up with my friends. We did 3 miles, and we were, it looks like at, I can't actually see the pace for it, but it was like 8:30s, we'll say. It wasn't slow, it wasn't super fast, but I was just feeling like I was dragging, and I actually wish that I would have just stuck with them and did their workout, because I feel like it would have been more manageable and would have just been better than what I actually wound up doing. So for the first mile, I ran 7:09 pace, which is nowhere close to half marathon pace, and I just was really pushing it, and I couldn't get down. Again, legs just felt really heavy like last week. So again, I looked at my watch and I said, I'm done trying to hit the pace. I'm just gonna go off of effort and see how I feel. Like I was able to execute that the week before. So the second mile, I ran at a 7:24 pace. And then the third mile, I actually started to feel a little better, and I was able to start getting faster and come back down to a 7:10 pace. So I started to feel a little confident that maybe I could, you know, get a little faster each mile and make it like a progression run. On the fourth mile, I ran a 6:51, and I felt really, really good. And at this point, I was doing a 4 mile out, and then I was gonna turn around and do 4 miles back. When I turned around, it kind of didn't feel good, and I hate turning around during a workout because it's hard to kind of get back in the stride, and at the same time I needed to take a gel, which I automatically slow down when I take gels. So the next mile after that went back down to a 7:36 pace, and that's when my legs just wouldn't move anymore. I don't know how I got a burst of energy on mile 4, but it quickly went away, and I was feeling worse than when I started. So I literally just stopped my watch, took down my gel, and then made the decision to just run easy. Don't even worry about tempo, just get the miles in. So I ran a couple more miles. I did run 4 more miles, just not paying attention to the pace. And then I was supposed to have a 3 mile cool down, but I don't even think I finished that. I stopped at mile 12. So I stopped at 12.6, I think was the total run. And I just decided to stop running and not finish the 14 mile run. I just didn't think it was gonna benefit me at all. My legs were dead, and the pace was just getting slower, and just mentally, physically, it didn't feel good. I just felt exhausted. So I made the decision to stop, and that was that. And I think I'm just really fatigued, really exhausted, and hopefully this taper will make me feel better. But that was the last long run workout of this training build. So going forward, I just have a couple shorter workouts, and I know those always help boost my confidence. I'm always able to execute those, but for something about these last 2 long run workouts, I just didn't have it. And like my coach said, it's accumulated fatigue, and I did a high mileage training build, and I'm not used to that. So I think after the taper, hopefully I'll be feeling better when I get to the marathon and things will be a little different, but I mentally just have to stay focused and continue to do all the things that I've been doing in terms of rest and recovery. So anyways, that was Saturday's workout and it is what it is. Today I have 6 miles. I'm going to keep it really easy just to not overdo it today. Do some of my exercises.
Yeah.
It's a chilly fall morning. So that ends this week of marathon training, and now it is officially 2 weeks out from the Chicago Marathon. I am ready. I'm so ready. Taper is gonna be much needed, but I'm just so ready for this race, and I hope that it's a good outcome come October 13th. And truly thank you to everyone who has been watching these videos. It's been so much fun to document this process and just hold myself accountable. I'm really excited and I'm glad I'm able to document this, so, you know, mainly for me, so one day I can look back at this training block and see how far I've progressed, you know, when I do train for another marathon in the future.